Hello, my name is Kiwi Taylor, and today we'll be talking about the FEIS and the ROD from the Lake Tahoe Basin Land Management Unit of the U.S. Forest Service. And so getting right into it, the Lake Tahoe is located on the border of California and Nevada. This is a major recreation area as there's 3 million tourists that visit this area every year. This is a fragile ecology as well as it's very sensitive to trash from recreation opportunities, stormwater runoff, erosion, and atmospheric deposition. And so, as I previously mentioned, the U.S. Forest Service is the leading agency as this is their forest plan, and they are managing the Tahoe, the El Dorado, and the Humboldt-Toyabe forests in this region. It makes sense as the U.S. Forest Service is managing the nation's forests and grasslands and their natural resources within these regions. And some of the collaborating agencies was the California Tahoe Conservancy, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, as well as the EPA and a lot of other local agencies. And then these are just some of our guiding regulations and laws in order to further develop these environmental impact statements, such as the MUSA, which is allowing the U.S. Forest Service to have these recreation opportunities as well as sell beast as well as sell timber products. Also, Clean Water Act, Lake Tahoe is known for its crystal clear waters. And so this is triggered by the forest plan needing to be revisited at least every 15 years to analyze the demands and concerns of the region, as well as make any changes to meet new and current concerns and objectives. The forest plan is just a set of guidelines and constraints for moving forward. It does not allow for projects and activities to go on further. And so this is our defining value system. So looking at different types of management, resiliency factors, recreation activity effects, watershed, air quality, and social human dimensions. So going into alternative A, which is our no action. So just continuing on from the current or the previous forest plans. So decreasing or eliminating sediment resources, improving aquatic habitat, currently implementing the WUI strategy, which for this one it's vegetation management relating to wildlife fire concern, having an aggressive fire suppression strategy. So as soon as a flame starts, they're on it. They're going to disperse that as it could potentially threaten the ecosystem and the community surrounding it. And within these 15 years, an increase opportunities up to 10% for recreation and expanding hiking trails and trail parking. For the alternative B, which is the draft EIS preferred alternative, this improves water quality and stream environmental zones, which Lake Tahoe, this region relies on that lake. And so that would be one of these SEZs, increasing resiliency towards climate change, primarily in the timber and the timber resources, also including a SRA for threatened and endangered species within the region, having a proactive management towards invasive and harmful species, preserving old growth forests through thinning and other methods, allowing wildfires to happen and considering the aftermath, whether cell dying or dead trees, focusing just primarily on the maintenance and modification of current recreation sites and minimizing the amount of future development, and then continuing on just maintaining the road and trail management. So going into our alternative C, which is more of our aggressive strategy, it's very similar. It wants to improve water quality in the SEZs, as well as mitigating these invasive and harmful species. The vegetation management will primarily just be done by thinning trees and forests. With wildfires, they are necessary, but it is confirmed that they will remove and sell dead and dying trees after these disturbances, allowing the maximum recreation opportunities of 15% increasing within these 15 years. More intensive management through recreation, roads, trails, all that shebang. And then alternative D is our passive strategy, which is relying more on natural processes and just very light mitigation and light management throughout the whole thing. Also reducing opportunities in recreation, road maintenance, and parking. But they do encourage transit with this, and they will also increase hiking trails with this strategy. So going into the FEIS preferred proposal and the final decision alternative E, very similar to alternative B, except it does add more acreage to the backcountry hiking areas. It further addresses invasive species in the aquatic ecosystems. There is more specific limits and regulations towards the trees, like what kind, where it's at, and more regulations on that, and then limiting what each kind of recreation will see. And so this is a pretty good alternative as it does combine A and B and then adding some more further, just because they wanted to see more limits and specifics on these. And you can see in the current years, because this was done in, the first plan was done and chosen in, the forest plan revision was done and chosen in 2016. It's 2023 now, so we were able to see a lot of watershed restoration, such as Meeks Bay and Burke Creek, as well as a lot of recreation opportunities such as bike trails, road maintenance, also improving a lot of campsites and other recreation opportunities, such as that. And then there's still some that needs to be more met, some more projects to be done, such as field management beginning to promote resiliency. In 2021, the Calder fire burned for 60 days due to winds, drought, and forest floor fuels, threatening 30,000 buildings and closing 3 major highways. It was a major threat to the southern end of Lake Tahoe, so South Lake and Myers. It also ran through Sierra Tahoe ski resort as well, so threatening the recreation opportunities through that. And so some of these is just changing times. First it was more wildfires, but we're looking more at droughts. So possibly we're going to see in the next coming years that we'll see more of a drought resiliency management as well. And these are my references. All the pictures used in this is my personal photos. I am from California and I'm from South Lake Tahoe. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed.